What is going on, y'all? It's Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. And y'all, with spring coming, we got some changes happening around here on the farm. And especially with honey here, we got some other changes happening here on the farm. All right, Loretta. Brooke's mom has some leftover watermelon. And so you're gonna get a fabulous treat this morning. Fabulous treat. Guess what I got, Loretta and Gus? Guess what? Oh, Gus is asleep. Yeah, you asleep, ain't you, buddy? Huh? And Loretta's not paying me any attention. You ready for a watermelon, buddy? Huh? Oh, gotta get up for that, don't you? Yeah, gotta get up for that. Look here. You don't want that, do you? Huh? Oh, I didn't know it had a sticker on it. If I'd have known that, I'd taken that off before I got over here. There you go. There you go. What you think, girl? Huh? It's gonna be a good day today, right? Yeah. You're not even doing your victory run. That watermelon's too good to run around with. Right? Well, you enjoy your watermelon this morning, girl. Yeah. Oh, there she goes. There she goes. Oh, I was about to put my camera up and I saw her getting ready to take off. I thought she may go behind the porta hut, but it looks like she's going in the porta hut. Hey, at least she went into the dog house. The king size bed or the queen size bed's on the other side. She didn't want to mess y'all's bed up, Gus. Yeah. What's going on, Big Top? How you adjusting to this 30-degree drop in the temperatures, huh? Oh, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, at least it didn't get to freezing. I'm so thankful for that. I am so thankful. My fruit trees are thankful. The gardens, the roses, everything. Thankful. And I know the farmers out there, especially we're in peach country here. I'm glad I know the peach farmers are happy too. Y'all look at here, look at this site here. We got just about the whole crew out here except Top, I believe. Even the boss lady's out there this morning. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Oh, Big Top. I mean Tip. Sorry, buddy. I was sitting there talking to Topper. Get y'all confused sometimes. Well, hello, y'all all coming to greet me, aren't you? Capri, Mildred, everybody. Look at this. Even Miss Honey. Hey, girl. How you doing? How you doing? Doing okay? Yep. Hey, Miss Jessie. Hey, girl. Yeah. Well, y'all, as you can see, everybody's adjusting well. Yeah. Everybody. Yeah. Except my camera's not. They're gonna take my camera out, Mildred. The goats are. Yeah. Everybody's adjusting well around here. Which I'm so thankful for. Right, honey? Yeah, so thankful for. I mean, it has been great. Great. You can see even Jessie. She's back here. Everybody's just or I say this, everybody's behaving. How about that? Everybody's behaving. Whoa, girl. You about knocked me over. Everybody's behaving, except Mildred there. I think she's trying to take me out. Oh, me. Maybe because the boss lady's out here, that's why everybody's behaving. Maybe that's what it is. Huh? Is that what it is, buddy? Is that what's going on here? And we did open up the gates. You can see the emus are over here, Goldie and Nugget. We had some rain come in yesterday and some cooler weathers. That rain brought in some much cooler weather here. So we decided to open that pasture back up, close this pasture off, and give the emus that stall right there if they wanted to go in it. But honestly, the weather just really doesn't affect the emus too much unless it gets super, super cold. And so I'm probably gonna keep it like this right here, guys, for at least a week, because next week it's supposed to rain almost all week next week. So I'm gonna keep it like this for now so the emus can get under here if they want to. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but they will have that option if they want to get in there. But once it warms back up again and we see some sunny weather and no chance of rain, we may open this back up for these guys because they surely enjoyed it. And honestly, the emus, they could really care less. Be honest with y'all, they really could. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Nuggy? How you doing? You wanna go check on them eggs while I'm over here? Wanna go check on them eggs? Let's go check on those eggs. I think the last time we looked, y'all, we had 7. Let's go look and see how many we got now. Let's go take a look over here. See what we got. Yep, the pile. Looks like the pile's getting bigger. Oh, me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yep, she's laid another one. So we're up to 8 eggs now, which is incredible. You know what amazes me about the emu eggs is that she lays every 3 days. It has to be 3 days. She don't lay every day. Now, that doesn't mean she lays every 3rd day. She may lay every 4th day, 5th day, but it has to be at least 3 days in between layings there. So let's just take that. Every 3rd day. From what we gather, if they're in the wild, they usually wait till they get around 8 eggs before they sit. I mean, if you did that math, you're talking 24 days, almost a month. So eggs are just sitting there for a month. If it was a chicken egg, there's no way that'd even hatch. And so that just amazes me about the emus. But up to 8 eggs now. So on average, from what we gather, it's 8 to 12 eggs in the wild is when the males right here start sitting on the eggs, and they'll sit for 60 days. I still don't think you're gonna do it, buddy, but the more she lays, I guess the closer we're getting, ain't we, bud? That's right. The closer we're getting, sir. Yeah. Whoo! Look at this, the old boss lady's way over here. You're getting over here near the woods, ain't you, girl? Oh, Peachy. Oh, Peachy's active now. She is active. And y'all, Peaches, it will be, I think she'll be 9 this year. 9 years old. And still getting at it, ain't you, girl? I hear your persimmon tree over there be putting on for too long, I believe. You know, a couple of months, you can go over and get you some persimmons. Yeah, times is changing. Spring is near, girl. You know what I mean? Spring is oh so near. All right, y'all, I want to give y'all an update on some things when we buy some time to this evening. And then we're going to show y'all, or we're going to attempt to do the evening chores and trying to teach Jessie, you know, to get in stalls and that kind of thing. So I'm going to show y'all that this evening. But in the meantime, let me go show y'all around on some stuff that's been happening here on the farm that's pretty exciting. Right, Holly? That's right. So I'm out here. This is where the boys' pasture is going to be. You can see the emu pastures here, and this is the road that takes us to the barn. I'm out here on the corner, and I have had a ton of plants over there by the greenhouse. Now, I've been babying these plants for 2 or 3 years now since we've been here. It's either plants that we caught on clearance, it's either cuttings and rootings that I've taken myself, or it's some plants that you guys had gifted us. Now, right behind me, I planted some forsythia. Now, I love forsythia. It's a beautiful, beautiful, old-fashioned plant that blooms in the spring with these gorgeous yellow blooms. and they will just be loaded down with blooms. And I just been babying these guys, just waiting and trying to figure out where I should plant some of these plants. And I was out here yesterday just looking around and not even really even thinking about planting anything. And it just, like a lightning bolt hit me. It just dawned on me that, you know what, it would be beautiful if I had some plants right here on the corner. Right here, this new pasture we built here, right here on this corner, 3 plants would go there perfectly. And y'all, I was like, my forsythia. So that's what I did. I planted the forsythia here, and they will get big. They'll grow real fast. They'll get really big. So I came off 5 foot off the fence. I got them 6 to 7 foot apart, and this would just be gorgeous right here on the corner. And so I was like, heck, we're gonna do it on this corner too. Now I don't have any more. Those 3 I took, actually I got those 3 from the lady that we got the daffodils from. She had forsythia just voluntary blooming and growing up everywhere on her property, a lot like the daffodils. And I just took 3 little small rootings and I've been babying them ever since, and they look beautiful. So I'm gonna get 3 more 1 gallons and do the same thing on this corner so both corners are matched. But I was like, you know, that's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. And so then my mind started racing and I was like, you know what? I could do all kind of things around these pastures we have here. And so I got some more plants out of the back of my greenhouse and started planting, y'all. And I started coming up with all kind of ideas that just were just flowing yesterday. One was, we got this single gate right here that kind of goes into the garden area. I'm gonna build an arch over this, and I'm either gonna do a cattle panel arch or we're gonna build a wooden arch. But I'm gonna put an arch here, grow a vine on it, and then y'all, my mind just started racing. I was like, each entrance could have a beautiful setup of shrubs or a small tree on either side. And let me show you what I've done. So over here, I'm over here in the corner of the pigeon area, and this is actually where the bee yard starts. And I've been wanting to plant this plant here, y'all. I can't tell you how long, and I just never could think of a good spot to plant it. But when my mind started flowing yesterday about all the spots around the pastures I got a bunch of corners, and how plants can just soften that corner up. And this was one of them. This is a winter honeysuckle. Now this was a gift from one of you guys. Y'all actually sent this to me in the mail, and I've been babying this winter honeysuckle, I know, for probably 2 years now, maybe longer. What's awesome about a winter honeysuckle is that it's gonna bloom, like you can see right now, in the winter. And when the bees do not have anything to eat or food is scarce in the wintertime, this plant will be slap covered with bees. It smells absolutely amazing. Depending on how you look at it, there's a good side and a downside of this thing. Depending on how you look at it. It grows extremely fast. It's gonna get really big, like 6 to 8 foot wide, 6 to 8 foot tall. But if you stay on top of it, you know, or you got a spot that you don't care about how big it gets, you'll be perfectly fine. Y'all, at our other farm, I only saw honeybees twice when we had our honeybees there. But if we didn't have our honeybees, the only time I saw honeybees on our farm was when this thing was in bloom. And it was, I mean, y'all, slap covered. Now, if you don't know what slapped covered is, that means it was full of bees. Full of bees, slap covered. So I'm excited about this. I'm glad I got a spot to plant it, but we're not done. Let me show you what else we did. Now I'm walking towards the bee yard over here, the apiary, and I have talked about doing this so many times in the past, and I just haven't done it because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. This was just a vision of what I wanted to do. But come on, let me show you what I'm talking about. Now this is one big pasture. Bees are over here. We do plan on adding more bees. But this huge pasture over here, really not being used for anything. Now we did have the boys on this side before we put the bees over here. But of course, we're gonna move those guys over there near the barn. So what I wanted to do here is plant pecan trees, make it like a pecan orchard. And I did just that. I planted, I had 2 pecan trees that one of you guys had gifted us. And I've been babying these guys for a couple of years and finally had the opportunity in what I think is the perfect spot for them. So I planted both pecan trees over here. I plan on adding more pecan trees later down the road. But now we do have officially 2 pecan trees on Cog Hill Farm. All right, let me show you what else I did. I was busy yesterday. Once that light bulb went off, cause you guys know I love gardening, I couldn't stop. I was just looking at all my plants I had behind my greenhouse, and I was like, where can I plant this? Where can I plant that? Where can I plant this? Y'all look at MaryCarl's beautiful pigeons. They kind of puffed up because it is a little cool today, but oh man, they're beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's continue on. All right, y'all can see my fruit orchard over here. Speaking of fruit orchard, I fertilized the fruit orchard yesterday as well because we had some rain coming in last night. So the fruit orchard did get a fertilizer. I used a pecan and fruit tree fertilizer for any of you guys that were wanting to know. And now's the time to start, at least in zone 8, to fertilize your fruit trees between now and March 15th. All right, so I'm headed back here. This is the back of the parterre garden, or the Alabama parterre garden. And back here is a little fence, and then right here is where the potager garden is going to start. But here's my new planting area back here. So back here was a hill, and we put weed mat back there. We tried to staple it with the staples. Number one, the ground's so hard that the staples, those landscape staples, are hard to get in the ground. Number two, we had this all put down, and the wind has been so bad, it blew it all up, pulled the staples out of the ground and everything. So what I did was I came back yesterday and I just put some blocks on it, and it made it through the windstorm the last couple of days. It's still here. I will come back and we will put mulch on top of this. But what I did, as you can see, is I planted some plants back here, again, that I've had for a year or two that I've been babying. And I actually need one more, but these are black knight butterfly bushes. I think I'm gonna make this area right here kind of like a pollinator garden or a butterfly garden or a hummingbird garden. Hummingbirds and butterflies love these butterfly bushes. And I did plant 3 of them back here, but I do need one more. I just thought it was gonna be absolutely beautiful because these butterfly bushes will get pretty tall. It's gonna create a beautiful backdrop and a different layer when you're looking from that side of the parterre garden coming this way. So if you're entering the garden under that arch right there and you're headed this way, the first layer you're gonna see is this Zephyrin Druin rose right here, which is a light whitish, yellowish pink rose. Then the next layer you're gonna see is this gorgeous American pillar rose that, if it's all blooming at the same time, this would be a super, super hot pink rose. Then you're gonna see the purple butterfly bushes right here, and then whatever else we plant in here. So as you guys can see behind me, I still have a lot of plants left. I'm gonna save some of these plants for the potager garden for sure. I'm trying to figure out where I want to plant the dogwoods. I've gotten with Jason on the dogwoods, and I need morning sun or part shade. And I got one spot I think I'm gonna plant one of these dogwoods. I need to ride around and find another spot for the other one. I also have the roadside roses that I got here. I don't know what type of rose this is. I think it is a rambling rose, which means it has to have a structure or it's just gonna ramble across the ground. When it goes into bloom this year, I'm gonna take one to Jason, who is an antique rose expert over at Petals from the Past, and let him look at this rose for me and see if he can identify it for me. And that way I know what type of rose it is and what I need to do with it. I also have several of these mulberry trees that I got cuttings from the Texas boys, or the Texas boys gave me cuttings for. Actually, I got 6 of them. So I've got to plant these guys somewhere. I don't think I'm gonna plant all 6 of them here. I think I'm gonna give some to my friends, but I'm definitely gonna plant 2 or 3 of them here for sure. Then I got some other stuff. I got gardenias, I got rosemary, I got some boxwoods. I got just a hodgepodge of stuff here that I'll eventually plant. I got 2 lilies over here that you guys have gifted me. All right, y'all, I got to show you guys something that's happening here in the fall and winter garden. Number one, look at my calendula. Aren't they beautiful? Look at this. Here it is, late winter, and got these gorgeous, beautiful flowers. I mean, just gorgeous. I love these. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Look at this one. As you guys can see, with those out of the ordinary warm temperatures we had, my mustard and my turnip greens bolted on me. If you don't know what that means they went to flower. And if you don't know, you're like, well, that's not that big a deal, is it, Jason? Well, something happens to your greens when they bolt like this. And you really don't want this to happen. But what it does is it changes the flavor of the green. And usually it makes it really, really bitter. And not to say it's unedible, because you could definitely eat it. It's just not gonna taste very good. So I left it here because the honeybees are loving it. Look right there. But that's not what I wanted to show you guys. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Look at my broccoli. Look at this. Y'all, I think every single plant is alive and thriving. We have a ton of broccoli, so we're fixing to put some of this broccoli up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut some today so we can eat, and I think tomorrow we're going to cut it all up, or harvest it all, I should say, and freeze dry it and freeze it. That's our plans, and that way we can have broccoli throughout the year. This is one of my favorite vegetables. I love broccoli. We've been having broccoli salad, just eating fresh broccoli on its own. Love it. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have myself some lunch. And then later this evening, we're gonna come out here and show y'all the new farm chores, or the feeding time chores, and show you how we're training honey and trying to get everybody together when we feed in the evening time. Good evening, boys. No beautiful sunset tonight. It's just so cloudy. It is about 5:30. We're gonna walk to the barn. I could drive the old trusty beep beep here, but I'm trying to get them steps in, y'all. Trying to stay as healthy as I can. We ain't getting no younger, are we? Nope. I will say this though, even though the sky is super cloudy, it does got a little purple pinkish hue going on out here, and it is still pretty. I see everybody out there. I see, it looks like we got Mildred, Jesse, and Honey. You can see that Jesse and Honey are side by side there. No problems at all. What's going on, Slick? What's going on, Bramble? What them guys got going on, Holly? All right. You gonna come in? You gonna stay out? Okay. We're gonna work on the bus tomorrow. Good morning. Good morning. Goodness gracious, Mildred. It's been a long day. Good evening, Mildred. Don't wake the boss lady up, okay? Please don't. No, 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 no. You stay out there. There's no sense you coming in here at all. It's not gonna speed things up. We done got Peaches up and angry. Now, I've had some people be a little concerned that we feed our donkey grain. And we do. We do feed our donkey grain. We feed them an equine feed, a high quality equine feed, which is a horse feed. And when we had horses, we did the same thing. We fed them hay. They had a little pasture. And we fed them an equine feed. Now, Jessie gets about half a cup, maybe a little less than that. Honey will get about the same, which is roughly about a half a cup of feed. It's not very much. I use this bowl here for Honey because I feed Honey outside right now. I'm not putting her in a stall. I know Mildred's at that door right there, so I'm not going to that door. We're gonna go through the milk room door, unless she's in her stall. Now, sometimes she will surprise me and be in her stall, but let's see if she is today. Yep, she's waiting on me, y'all. Look. Oh, goodness, girl. Here you go. All right, let's shut Mildred up. Mildred ain't no... She ain't no slacker, are you, girl? No. You're no slacker, are you? All right, y'all. We got Mildred taken care of. And Jessie time. This is where it can get a little squirrely because the goats are ready to eat. Honey's ready to eat. Jessie's ready to eat. Let's see what happens. What's going on, y'all? Y'all, come on, Jessie. Come on, Jessie. Come on, Jessie. Come on. Come on. Come on, we coming. Jessie's like the little engine that could. Yeah. Come on, little engine that could. Look, she stopped right here. Come on, Jessie, let's go. Come on. I think I can. It's right here, girl. Right there. There you go. All right. See, Miss Honey's out there eating hay, which is good. That's going to work out great because I don't have to battle her this evening. Sometimes she's up here trying to get in with the goats or Jessie. But y'all are acting quite civil. All right, goats, we're coming. Don't knock my camera over. And this is what happens every time. Topper and Boots stay outside the fence. Y'all see that? Right there. Every time. This is every night. We do this every night. Come on, Topper. Come on. Now they're going to come in. Got to get that first one poured, I guess. I don't know. Once I get that one poured, you know, they'll all come in then. Now I can shut the door. Look out, Capri. I like to spread their feet out so they're not battling each other. All right, let's go get Honey taken care of. Honey's usually up here, so I find it odd that she's not. This is the first time she hasn't been up here wanting to get some feed. Oh, here she comes. Honey may figure this thing out that she's last. I gotta get everybody else put up, and then we're gonna take care of her because she's feeding outside. Here you go, Honey. Look here, girl. There you go. Now, generally, without Honey at this point, I would open up Mildred's gate and I would open up Jessie's gate, double check the goats are locked, double check Peaches is locked, and I'm done for the evening. But it's got to be a donkey thing. Got to be a donkey thing because Miss Honey right here, she's a slow eater too. Hey, buddy. Hey, Sylvester. Just like her new friend, Jessie. Slow and steady wins the race. What's going on, buddy? You gonna keep me company while I wait on Miss Honey over here to get through? So by far, Mildred over here is the fastest eater here, by far. Goats will be second, then Honey and Jessie are coming in third there. But I will say this. Feeding time here in the evening is going really, really smooth since Honey's been here. Very smooth. But I am interested to see what's gonna happen if I feed Honey in the same stall as Jessie. I'm just curious how that's gonna go. I think I'll just supervise that for a few days. But definitely gonna let everybody still get settled in. Let's let Aunt Jessie out. Come on, Jessie. Let's let Miss Mildred out. I hear you, girl. Come on. Come on, girl. There you go. Oh, goodness. Don't get to running with me standing over here, okay? The Honey transition, everything is going smooth. Everybody's fitting in. Everybody's doing well. That right, girl? Yeah. That right? There's nothing in there, baby. It's empty. It's empty. Yeah. It's empty. Y'all be good. Whoa, Mildred about to knock my camera over.